what it was. Y'all know who it is. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge of Self. And this ain't shit but a little cosmic insight, y'all. And look, it's been a long couple days, man, but I needed it, man. So I ain't gonna give y'all no apologies. It was my baby's birthday and we had to celebrate that. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, yesterday I went mountain climbing, and I try to do that at least once a week, man, but doing that is so fucking spiritually nourishing for me, y'all. And hey, that's where I find my peace at, man. When I can go up there and look at something and be amazed at something that's just so much greater than myself, you know what I'm saying? That's what I need, you know, that's humbling. And it's also just feels so great. And, you know, brother got to stay in shape too. So it is what it is, man. We back today though. And I love all y'all, man. For everybody that's waiting on a reading, I got you, man. I got you. It's coming. And I appreciate all the love and support, man. Anybody that's down for me, man, supporting my shit, sharing my shit, man. I can't thank y'all enough. But anyway, man, what we're going to do today is kick back into these nodes, man. And this going to be the second to last installment of this series anyway. And so in doing so today, we're going to find out, if some of y'all are really woke or not. Because this right here, this a little something about those people that have the North Node in Sagittarius and the South Node in Gemini in their natal chart. And before we even get to that part, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to bring y'all a little bit on the nodes, the North Node, the South Node. Then I might even bring y'all a little breakdown on how us astrologers use the nodes and a little bit of the history behind it if we got time. So with that being said, man, let me light my shit and let's get it cracking, man. So in astrology, your life's purpose is encoded in the North and the South Node of the moon, or referred to as Rahu and Ketu, respectively, in Vedic astrology. And I use those terms here, so you just need to be aware of those. Rahu is the North Node and Ketu is the South Node. And they're not actual celestial bodies, man. They're actually two mathematical points in the chart that fall directly opposite one another. And they create an axis of sorts of opposite signs and opposite houses. For instance, if your North Node is in Sagittarius, then your South Node is in Gemini. And if your South Node is in Cancer, then your North Node is in Capricorn. And if your North Node is in Scorpio, then your South Node is in Taurus. And if your North Node is in the first house, then your South Node is in the seventh house, and vice versa. You know, that's just the gist of it. And so they really help us answer questions like, you know, what am I supposed to do with my life? Why am I here? And what's my mission? Even why am I like this? And what might I have been in the past life? Yeah, we're going to discuss past life stuff, y'all. And if you don't believe in reincarnation, I respect that. Let's just think of it as your early days, okay? And we're not going to go any further than that. But I do believe in that, and it's cool. So, you know, the North Node, or Rahu, this is your destiny. This is where the fuck you need to be headed in this life. This is your karmic path. And I like to think that Rahu illuminates the terrain that's calling your name, but climbing to the top of this mountain, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be like trying to get to the top of Mount Everest, man, because you probably going to have to lighten up your baggage and even enlist some help if you want to get to the top of this hill, Miss Weezy. You know what I'm saying? And this is kind of your learning curve in a sense. You know, Rahu activities are going to require you to stretch out of that motherfucking comfort zone, man. And once you do so, though, you're going to be amazed at how empowered you feel, you know, and that's real. And this is like the activation of your life's mission. And the sooner that you align yourself with this path, the more purpose driven that your life is going to become. However, you're always going to return to that South Node as your little ace in the hole, you know what I'm saying, at certain times, even after you made your way in this life, so to say. And, you know, when it comes to the North Node, though, I look at it like this. We often get caught up in thinking that just because we're particularly good at certain shit or it comes easy to us, that's what the fuck we're supposed to be doing with our life. And, you know what I'm saying? When we do accomplish that, it just doesn't feel spiritually satisfying or spiritually nourishing, which is what I'm all about. And that's because we've probably taken that path enough times that we've already mastered that and it's time for something new. So that's why Rahu is this karmic destiny. And the South Node, or Ketu, you know, this is your innate gifts. This is your past life shit. The South Node is the exact opposite sign of the North Node, and it reveals, the gifts that you brought into this life with you, man. And, it's your comfort zone or your little sweet spot, and you're going to be innately good in these areas of life, which may cause you to begin your early path based on Ketu's energy. And while this might bring you a little sense of satisfaction or even some accolades, it's never going to feel spiritually nourishing because it's basically on some been there, done that type shit. Indeed, you probably have, and in many lifetimes over and over. That's why you brought this energy so mastered already into this life with you. And what you really need to do is is to flip the script, man, and to use Ketu as a springboard into Rahu's destiny. It's like, the South Node is your little horoscope hometown and shit, not necessarily the place that you permanently want to settle, but somewhere comfy to visit when you need a boost or just to feel a sense of belonging. You get what I mean? And in astrology, us astrologers use the nodes to determine where your destiny lies in this life with the North Node or Rahu, and kind of what you had going on previously or in past lives or early on with the South Node or Ketu. And, as far as their transits go, they take about 18 months, a year and a half to change signs and houses. And this shit goes well beyond Western astrology and even this life that we're living right now. In Jewish or Kabbalistic astrology, it focuses primarily on the nodes, and it calls the North Node your tikkun or your correction. And it views it as the karmic adjustment that your life must make in this life if you really want to ascend. And in Vedic or sidereal astrology, Rahu is the head of the dragon, but he has no body and no spirituality or no substance maybe. And Ketu is the tail or the body of the beast, and it has no head, no drive. It's all spirit. You know what I'm saying? And, it really takes a really harsh view of the South Node's karma. But to sum it up, really though, man, this shit is crucial. It's crucial. So pay attention. And I want to note that the house placement, which we will discuss here real pretty quick, is even more crucial than the signs. But that ain't now. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. A little something. So when it comes to having your North Node in Sagittarius, I'm going to tell you right off the rip that those born with Rahu here, man, their purpose in this existence is to learn to see and live their life in a much more expansive and philosophical manner. Because this placement, it kind of speaks to the emergence of true wisdom. And it's one of the key motherfucking indicators that, or the prospects that this person might have what we would call a spiritual awakening, man. Because these people are literally here to wake up to the fact that there's more going on than what meets the eye, man. And they're kind of on a quest to know and apply spiritual truths. That's what it is more than anything else. What I feel like these people really need more than anything else is someone or something to inspire them to get up each morning and go seek that motherfucking truth. Pardon me. So, a guide or a guru could be like a real essential life hack for these people, these people, man. Y'all pardon me. And it really could boost their spiritual growth. And if for whatever reason that doesn't ever manifest, man, they're also really prone to check the fuck out in some way or the other, man. Because, it's got to be understood that this ain't a given. This spiritual awakening ain't a given. And oftentimes, if you don't have somebody that's helping you along your path and guiding you, what you're going to run into is an experience that forces you into this. And it's not going to be fun. This is something that happened to me. And no, I don't have my North Node in Sagittarius, but an outside traumatic event that was self-inflicted did provoke my spiritual awakening. And, I went through it and it almost felt like it was lifting me up at first. And then it took me through that dark night of the soul and broke me. But here I am with y'all now. I'm so grateful for it. And I'm still going through it. It ain't over with yet. Spiritual awakening isn't a quick process. It takes a long time. So let's just go on past that though, man. In many past lives, man, the soul of the Sagittarius North Node person has struggled to gather truly valuable information that goes beyond surface level, really. So this time is all about passionately, with that fire, pursuing the meaning of it all. And most likely it's going to take them very fucking far out of their comfort zone into foreign cultures, philosophies, and even love interests and love affairs to experience things that, are just out of their realm. And on another note, it can also be said that these folks are the absolute standard in spreading information, like teachers and professors themselves, because they kind of find any source and improve their knowledge. And no matter where the hell it may be coming from, they're going to be able to learn something from it. And that's real. And the other side of that I can say is that in this quest of theirs, there's going to be a lot of difficulty in making decisions because there's so many different avenues that can be explored and just not enough time in which to do this shit. And that ain't necessarily a bad thing because it indicates that Rahu and Sagittarius natives are going to have a profoundly active mind. And they're always seeking truth. Always. They're always thinking about, really philosophical things and really deep things. These aren't just smart people like Gemini would be, which we are going to talk about. These are wise people. They have knowledge that goes well beyond just books, man. You know what I mean? They have experience. There can also come a time for them, though, I could say that, they can become focused on sharing what they know with others just to get an opinion on things and discover how their mind functions. You know what I'm saying? How other people's mind functions, because they really are keenly interested in psychology and knowing how other people, because, having the ability to take so many opinions into consideration, it allows them to continuously explore their own view of the universal truth and then live their life accordingly. So that's what's up. And the North Node in Sagittarius implies that they need to be approaching life as a great quest for spiritual wisdom that needs to be expanded and enriched by having amazing fucking experiences. And if they bump their head, so what? Learn from it, incorporate it, extract the wisdom from it, and keep blazing. Because Jupiter really ain't gonna do shit but bless them for it. And that's just what's up. And the other side of the coin with this, when we talk about having the South Node in Gemini, when it comes to having Ketu here, man, I really feel like it makes them the type of person that listens to their inner voice more than anything else. And they only do as they please, man, without the slightest fucking regard for any rules or authority. And that's of any kind too. So yeah. And on the other side, they have extremely busy minds and they talk a lot. Not to mention, they kind of get into a habit of making their ideas fit into the perspectives of others and even the expectations of others. And that's way too often. Plus, they spend a lot of time socializing in an attempt to discover what's true about their own personality. But problem is, they tend to get overwhelmed when when too much information is thrown at them at once, or they just get overloaded. And, that can really cause a problem because their mind can get so overly stimulated that they can no longer make rational decisions. But what this placement really indicates to me is a person who's always had problems committing to one issue for one whatever reason. You know what I mean? So they just go on to the next thing. They leave things undone and just bounce on to the next thing. And they just need to go deeper than that, man. They need to passionately pursue the truth. And sometimes the truth is just the end means of the situation. They spent many existences for whatever reason, living sort of superficial lives and or, fooling with other people who've been on that same type of stuff, man. And it really just can't fly this time. They need to get in touch with their spirituality because they're already so freaking smart that it's time to become wise. You know what I'm saying? And that means getting out and experiences things. You know what I'm saying? That means stop being a big baby, man. Really is what it means. And it's beautiful. But the one thing you do got to understand, though, is just because you build like that, it don't mean you have to build like that. And that's what it's telling you right here, man. Hey, man, you could be smart as hell, man. Incorporate that and go get wise, man. Go further, man. Leave the neighborhood. You know, go overseas and learn something, man. Learn something deeper, man. Realize what is going on behind the scenes of just this material plane, because there is a deeper existence, man. And I'm not even just talking about the 12th house. I'm talking about the 9th house, because the 9th house is God, and that's what Sagittarius is all about. But, hey, we'll talk about that when we talk about that, y'all. Look, man. Just remember, you don't have to fool with the negativity. We all have all of this energy available to us. What you do with it is what you do with it. Just because you build like that, you don't have to build like that, okay? Remember that. Hey, man, if y'all are interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, or any merch, you know what I'm saying? You can either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. And hey, man, I'm going to tell you this. I ain't gonna never ask nobody for nothing, because like I said, I ain't starving. But if anybody is ever interested in donating to my channel because they feeling me and they just want to promote the cause, man, and I don't expect a lot. Like I said, I do me, and I love everybody no matter what, because I know what type of times, I can't talk right, that we're all going through. But if you do want to donate, you can look in the link in the description. You can look at the link in the description below, and hey, you'll see how to do so, man. The Cash App and the PayPal is down there, man. And other than that, man, if y'all fuck with me, like, share, and subscribe. Help me get out here on this algorithm and help somebody else, man. I appreciate all the love and support. I'm going to be back in just a minute with a little something about those people that have the North Node in Capricorn and the South Node in Cancer in their natal chart. And after that, we done with them nodes, man. On to the next. Y'all keep it real till I come back in a minute.